Hey, what's up everybody? Danny Lightning back with another CSR2 video. And I just want to say thanks to my crew. You guys are amazing. 638th place. We hit 36,264,851 respect points. And we are collecting the rewards. Alright, another milestone car. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you very much for being an awesome crew. You guys are doing a great job. Almost everybody's hitting over the 700,000 minimum we have. You guys are amazing, alright? Thank you, man. I couldn't ask for a better crew. You guys rock. Alright, so today's video is going to be about Stage 6 parts. I always have people asking me, how do you get Stage 6 parts for this car? How do you get Stage 6 for that parts for that car? And unfortunately, that's really not... You're probably not gonna like the answer I'm gonna give you here, because it's not that easy. Stage 6 parts in this game are a struggle. Alright, there's only about 3 ways you can actually get Stage 6 parts. And we're gonna talk about that in just 1 second. I want to take a nice look at this car once it comes in. So this is the BMW M8 Coupe. It's kind of like a semi-flat silverish color, which I actually kind of like it. The blue calipers, I usually hate the blue calipers on these BMWs, but they look really good on this with this color. This is actually pretty cool, man. Again, thanks to my crew. You guys made it possible for me and everyone else in the crew to get this. You guys are awesome. Alright, so the first way to get fusion parts is stripping a car. Alright, if I were to go in here, if I hit this little guy right here and I were to hit the strip button, I would get Stage 6 parts, possibly, and fusion parts. Alright, if I did get a Stage 6 part from this, which you don't always get, but sometimes get when you strip a car, they would only be for the M8 Coupe, since the M8 Coupe is what I stripped. Alright, now the fusion parts would be for BMWs. You're always going to get fusion parts when you strip a car, and you only sometimes get Stage 6 parts. Now, any BMW part, Stage 6 parts, any BMW fusion parts are for any BMW in the game. But if I did get Stage 6 parts out of a car that I stripped, they're only going to be for that exact same car. So let's say I needed Stage 6 parts for a different BMW and I stripped this one and got some Stage 6 parts. They would only be good if I had another one of these cars. They would not work on any other BMW in the game except for the M8 Coupe. Now, like I said, if I got fusions, I could throw those on any BMW in the game. It's just the Stage 6 parts that are car specific. Alright, they're for specific models, and fusion parts are for specific manufacturers. Now, Legends cars are probably the hardest, because if you're going to strip a Legends car, it's got to be fully restored first. And you never know if you're going to get Stage 6 parts. So it can take months to restore a Legends car, and then you strip it, and you may or may not get Stage 6 parts for that Legends car. There are a lot of Legends races that do give out Stage 6 parts for the Legends cars. So, alright, don't expect to get parts for your Legends cars easily. Okay, so the next way to get Stage 6 parts is to race races. There's a lot of races on this board. You go out to the map, and you might see something that says, hey, if you do the 15 races, you're going to get some fusions and you're going to get a Stage 6 part. Unfortunately, whatever Stage 6 part you get from those races, it's going to be a random one. Now, there are some events that give out parts for specific cars, but most events give out a random Stage 6 part if they give out one at all. And you never know exactly what car you're going to get the Stage 6 part for. Now, I kind of did a really rough estimate of how many cars are in this game. And there's around 300 cars right now. There's actually a lot more cars, but some of them share Stage 6 parts. I think there's about 300 cars that have Stage 6 parts. So 300 times 7 7 Stage 6 slots is 2,100. That means when you're getting a random Stage 6 part, you've got a 1 in 2,100 chance to get that last Stage 6 part that you need to finally max out your car or whatever. Those odds are terrible. So don't expect to really just get Stage 6 parts from random pulls. Alright, I mean, you're going to get stage 6 parts from random pools, but most of the time it's going to be for a car that you don't own. Sometimes it's a duplicate stage 6 part that you've already got, which really, really sucks. Now, some of these races will give out stage 6 parts for specific cars, like this Best of British event. I don't know if there's any stage 6 parts in here, but if there are, it's probably going to be for one of the British cars. Right here's one. This should be for one of the British cars. More than likely, it's going to be for the British car that you're running the event with. Maybe, maybe not. But this is probably a part for a specific car, not a random one. I can't guarantee you that because I haven't got it yet. But generally, when there's an event that uses specific cars, you should get a stage 6 from that specific car once you collect that reward. Alright, so the next way to get stage 6 parts is go into rare imports. Now, sometimes there's going to be crates available for specific cars. Like right now, we have Best of British crates. Now, if I were to pull any of these and I were to get a stage 6 part out of one of these, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I might spend that 500 keys and I might not get a stage 6 part at all. But the way these ones are set up, I'm going to get a random stage 6 part for a British car. It could be for the F-Type R. It could be for something else. You just never know what you're going to get sometimes, unless the crate is for specific cars. Now, like we just won that BMW M8, and in a few days there should be crates specifically for the M8. So if I wanted to spend my keys, I could completely max that car out. And when that crate becomes available, it's only going to give me fusions for BMW, and it's only going to give me stage 6 parts for the M8. So every season there should be crates for the prize car, so you can max that out if you have enough keys. Unfortunately, it takes somewhere between 20 and 40,000 keys to usually 20 and 40,000 bronze keys to completely max a car out from crates. It's pretty ridiculous. Alright, I mean, there's been a time where I've spent over 40,000 keys and I was still missing like 5 or 6 pink fusion parts, but I got all of the stage 6 parts. But I don't know, it's not exactly easy getting these parts. I mean, I've been playing this game for 2 years. I've only got a few maxed out cars, to tell you the truth. I mean, most of my cars, there's some cars I have sitting there which I still don't have any stage 6 parts for at all. Stage 6 parts are not easy to get, alright? Let's see. Now, like my Copo Camaro, I maxed that one out completely. I spent around, I think it was around 32,000 keys. When the Copo Camaro crates were up, I spent 32,000 bronze keys, which took me about 4 months to save. And I got all but a couple pink fusion parts, which I pulled off of another car and finished it off, and I was able to max that one out. But that's why I hoard my keys. I wait for a really, really nice car to come available where there's a crate for that specific car, and then I blow all my bronze keys on it and max it out. Alright, so I've maxed this guy out right here. This is one of my favorite cars that I own right now. Let's see, what else have I maxed out with keys? Let's find out. I think this LB NSX, I maxed this one out by spending keys on it. I know there's actually been a couple. This guy right here, the 488 Pista Spider, I maxed him out with keys. The 911 RWB, I spent about 18,000 keys on this, and I was still missing 2 stage 6 parts for it, which eventually I pulled from random crates. I was super lucky because, like I said, there was probably about a 1 in 2,000 chance to get, those last 2 stage 6 parts. That's more like a 1 in 4,000 chance because there was 2 of them that I needed, but somehow I was able to do it. I know I spent a lot of keys on this 600 LT, and I was not able to max this one out. I can't remember exactly how many I spent when there was a crate for this, but I was not able to max that out even though I spent like 15 or 20,000 keys on it. Sometimes you get duplicate stage 6 parts, and that's the worst. I know there's probably a couple more that I used my keys on, maybe not, I'm not sure. Now, like the Hurricane Coupe, Alright, I can go into the dealership and buy and strip these and keep getting parts and keep getting parts and keep getting parts, but of course it costs $1 million a pop. And when I strip one of those, it's going to cost me $1 million to buy it. And then I'm going to have to like hope that it gives me some stage 6 parts if I need it. I probably stripped about 30 of these before I got all the stage 6 parts. Crazy. Right now I've got enough stage 6 parts to build another one, maybe even 2. Like if I go into my inventory and I go to Lamborghini, let's find this thing. Where are you? Right there, Lamborghini. Let's check out my stage 6 part. Look at that. I've almost got, man, I could almost, except for these two, I've got enough stage 6 parts to almost max out 2 more of these things. Look, I got 4 duplicates there, 2 duplicates there. You do get duplicates. Duplicates are the worst. That's the worst part, is getting the duplicates. But anyways, I think that pretty much wraps this video up. I don't want to babble on too much longer. We're already at 11 minutes, so that was kind of longer than normal video, but alright, that should pretty much clear everything up for you guys, I hope. And catch you guys later. See ya.